Hello, everyone. It's Coach Shalynne, and welcome to Inside the Chit-Chat. So, as you know, you have possibly, or you're going to be invited to watch the first episode of the podcast, which is Healthy Chit-Chat with Coach Shalynne. And in this time that we're going to spend together, we're going to go inside the chit-chat and just talk about what really took place in order to walk through creating a podcast and just everything that has been presented to you as you're listening, right? As you're listening. So what does it take? So as I did mention in the podcast, it's been a lifelong dream, right? Or we'll say half of my life to maybe be on radio or to be able to connect with people by way of my voice, right? So my undergrad degree. So my undergrad degree was in telecommunications and my minor was in public relations and advertising. And so, many, many years ago, but in taking all of those different classes, I had a radio class. I actually had a TV class as well, which is the reason why I love making videos. But being on radio, being able to really use my voice was something that I remember my instructors at the time thought, they're like, man, you really have a great voice and, you do well in front of the camera. And so those things in the past really led up to the podcast that you're going to be listening and subscribing to and following. And so even along the journey, right, being able to pull together content. So the content that you'll be listening to is from coaching with so many of my clients, from my own personal journey, from my studies, because as you know, I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritional consultant, life coach. And so there is something about like being along your journey that you have history, you have great content. And I'm super excited to be able to pull out so many topics, so much. Oh my goodness, so much like a wealth of information that I'm pretty sure that you're going to find something that's going to connect with you. And so the type of person that I am, I really do like things to be done decent, done in order. I have a little, I guess we'll say, OCD about me, like, because I even love to knit, crochet, do lots of things with my hand, and I will rip out a whole row if my knit and purl is off track. And that's the same type of dedication and intensity that I really bring to the podcast. Like, I want things to be done right. I want to say things right, and I, want to make sure that that it's connecting and that the content is really well. I'm also so excited about the podcast in a different way because my husband and I are working together on this project. And if you're married or if you have a partner or you just have a BFF or just someone that is there to support you and you all are working together, man, it just feels really great. So my husband and I, we've been married for 26 years at the end of this year. And we're so excited to have this journey. We grew up together. We're lifelong friends. We've known each other since we were 9. And to be working together on this podcast is amazing. So I love to be able to spend time with you inside the chit chat so that you could really get an inside view of what goes into setting up the podcast and just bring you in. So this is so good. So my husband is the one that's instrumental in the music that you hear. It's my voice that kicks off the podcast, and it's his voice that ends. He records, mixes, and splices and puts things together. And together we just make a great team. And we're going to be working together throughout the podcast and through each episode. And we're going to make sure that we bring you great content, great content. I learned a lot in getting the podcast all set up, because once again, OCD kind of kicked in, like, why isn't this graphic loading? And why isn't this RSS feed connecting? What's going on here? But then I took a deep breath and I calmed down and we got everything all set up. But yes, it has been a true labor of love. And if you are jumping on to this particular playlist and you have no clue as to what I'm talking about, be sure to check out the Healthy Chit-Chat with Coach Shalynne. And that podcast, it can be found on iTunes, and it can also be found on Spotify. And we have a couple other distribution channels that it will be coming to soon. But I am super excited to really get inside with you and pull you in and tell you really the thinking behind the podcast. Now, there will be plenty of content that will keep flowing, The goal is to have 2 shows every week, and then to have 2 interviews every month with business professionals that complement the health, wellness, and fitness, all things types of lifestyles. I should say business professionals to connect and to shape. So they're not necessarily doing what I'm doing, but say I come across, let's say a beautician that can help women hair, really look like slamming runway model, and then that's something that could help a woman along her journey with appreciating herself, So there may be an interview for that. But yeah, so I'm super excited. And so if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me here. Subscribe to this playlist. Subscribe to Inside Chit Chat, because you want to be able to get the behind the scenes of the podcast. And that's where you're going to get like the secret to the sauce. So be sure to subscribe to Inside the Chit Chat so that you can know what's going on. And then obviously, as I mentioned, you definitely want to subscribe to the podcast. Also off of the website, which is www.healthcoachshalynne.com, you're going to click on podcast, Healthy Chit-Chat, and it'll give you information in regards to finding the show notes, the resources, and everything. And it's really done very well. So you would click on the date or just look for the episode number, and then a document will be able for you to, document will open up. You'll have the transcript there, just be some different great information, show notes for you, resources, just everything that you need, because we are here to help you. And then the other thing is, we are moving into not just a service-based type of thing, but there are products that are available. So we are introducing our Etsy store. The Etsy store is actually called Amplify Your Goals. So be sure to head over to Etsy, or you can actually click on www.amplifyyourgoals.com, and you will see all of the beginnings of great mood lifting journal. There's health and fitness journals. I mean, there's some great things, lots of covers for you to choose from, and that store is about to explode. There are lined journals. If you're anything like me, you just need a book with lines so that you can write out your thoughts, you can write out your great ideas, you can write out everything that's going on in your life. So super excited about this leg of the journey and how the business is unfolding. And thank you again for checking out Inside the Chit Chat with your girl, Coach Shalynne. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.